Here are 5 reasons not to move to the Woodlands. Yep, there are some things not to like. Welcome to the Living in and Around the Woodlands YouTube channel. I'm Cheryl Vecchio, your host. And today we are talking about some of the things that you might put in the negative column about living in the Woodlands. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Woodlands. I'm a native Houstonian and I've lived all over the Houston area. I moved to the Woodlands in 2005 and I wish I had gotten here sooner, but it's certainly not perfect and it's not for everyone. And by the way, if you find this video helpful, would you please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel? So here we go, 5 reasons not to move to the Woodlands. Reason number 1, our homes are old. The Woodlands was developed in 1974, so most of our homes were built between 1974 and 1999. And then again we built from 2005 to 2010 in Sterling Ridge. And we built again on our 9th village in Creekside, and it was built out between 2010 and 2018. With very few exceptions, the Woodlands is completely built out. So what are those exceptions? A very few available lots in our luxury neighborhoods like Carlton Woods and East Shore were built after 2018. And then there were the knocker-downers. That's right. In the early days of the Woodlands, small tract homes were built on what's now prime real estate around the Woodlands TPC golf course in Grogan's Mill. With that land value being higher than the home value, developers have been knocking them down and building luxury homes on those lots. But for the most part, our homes are old and remodeling is a thing here. In fact, remodeled homes go for more money and faster than any real estate here. If you're looking for new and modern, the Woodlands is probably not the place for you. You might want to look at some of the surrounding communities that are still being built out around the Woodlands. Or if you really want to be in the Woodlands, look for a home that has not been updated at all so that you can remodel it to be your own and to fit your personal preferences. Number 2 reason not to move to the Woodlands is our home prices. Because of the Woodlands' unique development and amenities, our home values are higher than the communities around us. Now, the good news is our property taxes are relatively low and our homes hold their value, but you get less for more money than some of the communities around us. So if you want to live here in the woods, it's going to cost you a little bit more per square foot. The average home price at the time of this video in the Woodlands is about $588,000 compared to an average of $334,000 in the Houston area as a whole. Also remember, location within the Woodlands affects home prices dramatically. Homes closest to I-45 and the Market Street Waterway area are the most expensive per square foot. A way to get more bang for your buck is to move to the north side, or what we like to say, the back of the Woodlands, near the Magnolia area. If budget is an issue, you might want to choose a nearby community with lower priced housing but close proximity to the Woodlands so you can enjoy all the amenities that the Woodlands has to offer without the cost. But be careful because total cost of ownership can be affected by HOA fees and property taxes. Which brings us to number 3. This is the woods, like in Forest. And if you came from an area that had wide open spaces and you're accustomed to being in that environment, you won't like it here. One of the goals of George Mitchell when he developed the Woodlands was to retain 28% of the forest and to create a forest environment. There's a mandatory 3 feet barrier of forest and trees between the road and any businesses, and our signages has to be low and blend in with the environment. We love it that way, but some people that are used to wide open spaces can feel closed in. When you drive down our major streets, you see traffic and forest and a few art sculptures. And you need to be careful when driving because there's a hidden hike and bike trail next to the road, and you need to be mindful of any pedestrians or bikers that might come off of that trail into an intersection. We obey pedestrian-friendly road rules, so you'll want to be careful about that when you first get to the Woodlands. Also, when you first move here, you're going to find yourself kind of peeking behind the bushes just to find the grocery store and the gas station. Our forest-lined streets are not built in a grid. They meander through the forest, so GPS is your friend when you get here. Speaking of GPS, that brings us to reason number 4 not to move to the Woodlands, is location. We are 32 miles north of downtown Houston, and the greater Houston area is 600 square miles big. And so if you're moving here for a job or you're moving to the Houston area for a job, make sure that your home is in reasonable driving distance from your job. So if you live in the back of the Woodlands or the far north part of the Woodlands, it will take you at least 15 minutes to get to I-45 and another 45 minutes to get to the downtown area. If you're an urban animal, the Woodlands might not be your spot. While we have an amazing array of restaurants and shopping and music, we are not the big city. That's 32 miles south of here. Speaking of nightlife, shopping, and music, that brings us to reason number 5 not to move to the Woodlands. It's the congestion and traffic. The Woodlands started as a small Mayberry community north of Houston. In fact, the locals call it the bubble. But now it's also a destination. As it's grown, 78% of our sales tax base comes from visitors coming to the Woodlands. We have luxury shopping on Market Street, a vast array of upscale restaurants, and a convention center, and several luxury hotels. Our Chamber of Commerce has done an excellent job of attracting major employers and businesses. They hold large-scale meetings and conventions here on a regular basis. There's also major festivals like our annual art festival, and so we attract visitors on a regular basis. We're home to the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion, which is Houston's outdoor premier concert venue. On concert night, the Waterway area is crazy fun, but it is a little crazy with a lot of people. And as the Woodlands grows, so does our traffic and congestion. If you wanted more of that small town feel with less congestion and traffic, you might want to go a bit north of here and look at homes like Magnolia or Montgomery and maybe some parts of Conroe. If you like live music and dining out with lots of events and things to do, then the good news is we've got you covered. You might just need to wait through a little traffic. Well, there you have it, 5 reasons that you may not want to move to the Woodlands. For more information about the Woodlands or moving to the Woodlands area, please feel free to reach out and talk to me or comment below. You can also subscribe to our channel. We publish a new video about the Woodlands on a weekly basis. And if you found this helpful, please like this particular video. Also, you can subscribe to our weekly newsletter, which will deliver to your email box information about what's going on here in the Woodlands. Or you can just download our passport page from our website, and it's available here on our channel also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll chat with you next week.